Echo problem you may have seen before. It's a FOIL problem where you just simplify and multiply the terms together. And the way it's normally taught is that if we have, what we do is we multiply the first terms and then add the outside terms, and then we add the inside terms, and then we add the last two terms. Now, great, that sounds like a lot of work, and the real thing is I want to get a sense of kind of why that is the case. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of calling this x plus 3, I'm going to call this u. You know what? Actually, let's do it this way. Let's call it something even better, something we may be even more familiar with, or not, a triangle. And I'm using a triangle just so you can know it could be any possible variable. It does not matter. And we're going to say that is equal to x plus 3. Cool? All right. So now we do that. And we're going to rewrite the problem. So we have x plus 5 times this triangle here. And now we know this is very simple. We have one variable. We just distribute that triangle into the x and the 5. So now we have x plus 5, and don't forget we have them both being multiplied by triangle. But however, what was our triangle term? Our triangle term was x plus 3. So let's actually write this as x times x plus 3 plus 5, well, don't forget our triangle is x plus 3, x plus 3. Okay, so now all we do is, just distribute again. Multiply the x's together to get x squared, multiply the x into 3 to get plus 3x. And then we can do the same here with on the other side, where we have plus 5x and then plus 5 times 3, and 5 times 3 is 15. So we have plus 5x and then plus 15. Now we can combine like terms together. Don't forget that. We have 3x plus 5x, which is 8x, and we are almost done with this problem. Plus 8x plus 15. And we're done. But I want to point out something real quick, if you don't mind. When we're talking about FOIL, right, we multiply the first two terms, x and x. Well, let me get a different color. I didn't get a different color here. Well, that's what we did. X times x. The very first thing we did once we distributed everything was multiply the first two terms. Interesting. The next step is multiply the outside terms, so the ones that are the farthest away from each other. And that is simply x and 3. But hold on. We did that here too. That's the next step that we did. Okay, let's keep going. Now it says the inside terms, so we multiply 5 and x, the ones that are closest to each other. We have 5 times x. Okay. And the last terms, 5 and 3, which is 15. And that's exactly what we did. And the interesting thing is we just did FOIL without even realizing it. We just kind of discovered this method of FOIL just by treating x plus 3 as something simpler, triangle, just as one variable. And this is a method called substitution. It's just to make something seem simpler than it actually is. And because of this, we were able to deduce a very interesting relationship. What we just did, as I said, is we just did FOIL. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I hope that will give you an insight, at least a little bit, of why FOIL actually works the way it does and why we do it in the first place.